December 18th, 2020. It is, what's the temperature?
-2.
-2 here in Ontario. We are at Glen Morris. We're going to work our way down to Paris. Just a short paddle today, maybe 3 hours, but the way we go, it'll be a little bit longer.
Yeah. The water looks like it's moving pretty good. Lots of ice, but it's the river, so we'll get through it no problem.
Very pretty. And we're thinking about pushing Danielle just down in her kayak, and she'll just go right out into the water. Oh, I think that's a good idea.
Ready? There we are.
Feel like T-Rex. We got little arms. I'm so bulky right now with all these layers. Like,
Well, you always
look
look beautiful to
doesn't
me.
even fit me properly right now. It fits in the summer.
We have
I mean, it is a little COVID weight, but this is all bulk.
got like 4 layers on. We're nice and toasty.
I think I have 7 layers.
Oh, that's nice. Plus 4 changes of clothes in our bags and our luggage there. See my bag behind me. Bree's goodies.
We're not gonna lie, we definitely overpack for a 3-hour paddle. We're prepared. If we have to stay the night, we're good.
Yeah, a couple days even.
We have enough food.
Or if someone is hungry along the river, I mean.
We did save a person one time. Had fallen out of the raft and had gone with the current. And we're out in the middle and was screaming and yelling for help.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
So quickly paddled over and just, gave her a warning before I pulled up, like, don't come on here because it'll tip. And I'm like, hold on and we'll get you back safely. And she did. She handled it really well too.
Yeah, I was very proud of you that day.
Oh, safety on the grid.
Oh, look at the birds, guys. Here they come. All right, there we go, guys. We have a little bit of an issue here. Look at all this ice. Bree is trying to get through it. So we're hungry and we just want to visit this spot because we enjoy going here. But yeah, look at all that ice. Darn it. Okay. Here we are, sitting on a log.
Not at our spot. Our spot is over there. Covered in ice. We can't get to it. We fought the current to come up. We fought knee-deep muck. And now we're gonna enjoy our lunch. I have honey mustard and really nice cheddar cheese. Ooh. And hot pulled pork that I made last night for our paddle.
Sounds delicious.
Ooh, pepper up, yum. Now I thought I packed a spoon or a fork, but I'm not seeing it in there, so.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Ooh, Danielle.
Yeah, I got baked here. It smells delicious.
Thank you. It's a
wow.
maple barbecue sauce that I put on it.
Wow. You're so spoiled having warm food at the side of the river.
We really are.
Oh, look at this, Brie. Do you need a knife or something? I have.
Oh, I've already got it in here.
Okay,
but yeah,
so
maybe a fork if you want to, if any pork falls out.
Let's see. We got 2 forks, 2 spoons, 1 knife.
Awesome. I'll take a fork.
A fork? Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. See, we are prepared and we don't even know it. See, that's why we always bring excessive items, because we do use them.
Danielle brings excessive items. She always has.
Yep.
Actually, Danielle and I met back in 2006. We were in college, going to Fanshawe to be developmental service workers. Back in college, we used to go to Niagara Falls and book hotel suites, go to the strippers, get Little Caesar's pizza afterwards and eat in our hotel room.
Oh, back in the good old days.
Now we're eating pulled pork down by the river.
I would definitely pick that life. This
Me
life,
too.
I mean. Fine, right?
Yep.
In there.
Use the lid as a little tray.
Yeah.
See, we're not fancy.
You don't need to be.
Mm-mm.
We got a fork.
And there's extra pulled pork in the container if you want it.
Of course there is. I can't even cross my legs. I got so much stuff
So
on.
much bulk. I have tights, track pants, big heavy socks, the tough ducks, tank top, sweater, this sweater. I had my coat, and then the chest waders.
Holy moly. It's good though. Are you warm?
I'm very warm. Oh.
That's good.
It's a good sandwich. These bitches know how to make sandwiches.
What's in that tree over there?
Almost looks like a bee's nest. Maybe we'll go look at it after.
Yeah, beautiful area.
Like, I mean, I don't want to stop here all the time.
No, I definitely. Is there other area I'd like to go? You say there's like more out of there, like. Is there no more buns, right?
There's no more buns.
So
no.
yeah, maybe
yeah, eat the pork.
Not
at all.
I like my meat.
She likes to swallow all of her meat.
Always have.
Yeah, you eat your meat.
I have meat to share. Anyone else like meat? This is like when you're, like, you know, at a buck and dough and it's like late at night, you've had a few drinks in you, and then it's like time for the snack bar to come out, and like
there's always pulled pork,
and you load it up because you have to drink and you're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh man,
you can do it.
We think so. Do you want?
I've seen you put your mouth around bigger things.
You know we have not. Never.
When we pulled up to this spot, it was rocky and shallow, so I got out and was walking. And I was trying to keep touching in front of me to see what was coming up. And my leg just went right, it was mud. And I'm like, okay, so I tried it and I just sunk. Rode up to my knees. It was a good 5-minute struggle, I'd say. Trying to get my legs out and get balanced to be able to get in the kayak. And then we just came down maybe 15 feet and found this log and we're able to eat here.
Yeah.
Always improvising and just go with the flow.
Always an adventure.
A fun one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Live and learn.
Definitely. As long as you stay calm and you just get through anything and gotta have faith in yourself and be prepared for situations.
And faith in your partner.
It is December 18th. We do not know confidently what this is going to be like. We're just gonna hope for the best. Sometimes you just never know. Is that a rock? Is it a wave?
Hi again. As you can see, we are no longer paddling the Grand River. We are in a nice warm hot tub.
And it's warmer than swimming in the Grand River.
Sure is. So we ran into some problems and we thought we'd share it with you guys, so hopefully we can all learn from our mistakes.
About 20 minutes after we had lunch, where we left off, we made it through the rapids. Everything was going really well.
Yeah, I was still dry.
Exactly. It was successful. We kept Danielle dry. And then she got lodged up on a rock and she was kind of sideways and the rock was just kind of blocking her and she couldn't move and she yelled, "Bree, I'm stuck." I turned around. The current was going really fast at this point, so I was paddling hard. And I made it up to her, and what I should have done was kept going and then gradually turned my kayak around. Instead, I kind of stopped when I reached her, and the current just kind of took me and flipped me off my kayak.
Yeah.
I just remember yelling to you, "I'm out!"
Yeah.
And then floating down the Grand River. I couldn't touch. It was deep.
Yeah, water was moving very fast.
Yeah.
Freezing cold. That was the worst feeling, seeing my best friend going down the river and not being able to help. Like, I felt completely useless, and it was a very scary moment.
Yeah, for me too. I'm floating down the river. It's taken me around a bend. I can't see Danielle. I kind of know I'm on my own. I feel awful that she's stuck and she's on her own to figure it out too now. And I just knew I needed to get to the side. I started to swim and I even had like the phone around me in a waterproof bag. And all I could think was, oh shoot, like I'm not gonna be able to make a phone call, like if we need help. And my phone's gonna be ruined. I can start to feel the chest waders filling up in the back. I can feel the water dripping down. My clothes are getting soaked. I'm wearing about 7 layers of clothes too. They're just drenched. I swim to the side. I found an ice block. I'm able to kind of climb on it. It breaks apart. There's another ice block, and at this point I just take the kayak and I just kind of shoved it so it was lodged up on land. The paddle falls off, starts going down the river, so I swim after it. Wasn't too far, thankfully. I get the paddle and I just tossed it. I climbed over the second patch of ice. There was then a laying tree that had fallen, and I was able to get up on top of it where I stopped for a second and caught my breath. Then I made it to land, and as soon as I pulled myself out, because I was hoping that it would get shallow as I got closer, but that wasn't the case. It was still deep. I couldn't touch, so I had to pull myself out. And I yelled Danielle's name to see how far away she was, or if she would respond, if she was okay.
It was the best feeling ever, hearing her call my name. Like, at that point, I didn't know, what had happened if she got pulled under some ice. Like, it was just the worst fear, right? Like, not being able to find her. So I jumped out of the kayak. It was only about mid-thigh deep at that point, which was good. I pulled the kayak up on shore, turned it around, and then set out to find Bree. She was about a minute down the river, already pulled herself up on the ice. The kayak was there. She pulled the paddle out somehow. Like, it was incredible, because I imagine she was in complete shock and exhausted at that point.
It was very tiring. I actually felt, oh gosh, we are in survival mode now. When I got out, I was looking around, and I just started taking off all those wet layers. Danielle was really good and got me my dry bag. I didn't pack much, to be honest. I only had an extra pair of tights and 2 sweaters, but it was enough to try to keep me dry and help warm me up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking around seeing, what are we going to do? Danielle's like, is this an emergency? Yep.
Yeah.
And she got out her phone. I'm looking to see an exit plan, but we're just beside 2 really big, steep dirt hills. There's no way we would have made it up, let alone with our stuff.
No, we called for help, and at that point, we realized our phones had been completely drained because of the cold. My phone was down to 4%, Bree's was at 11, started the day at 100%. So that was pretty scary to realize that. But we called and said, come to Paris and we need help, and we'll call you again and let you know where we are.
Just start making your way.
Yeah, so we regained composure, got redressed, and we started off again. And then a little bit into our trip, we seen a helicopter hovering above us, and we kind of looked at each other and were horrified. Like, did they call search and rescue? Like, this is really bad, but it's not that bad. And how mortifying.
All I could see were articles being like, 2 girls rescued on the Grand.
Yeah, not good.
No. Thankfully, the helicopter was not for us. They were just out. It was just a pure coincidence.
Yeah, but still made us think.
Yeah.
But another 20 minutes down, we seen a bike rider on the trail and called for help, and luckily he had a cell phone that he let us use, so we were able to call again and let them know we were going to try to get off just after the Three Sisters Bridge. There's a campground there to the right, so that was our plan.
Yep.
So
that was our plan, to make it to that launch, and we did. It was about an hour and 15 minutes of paddling after we had the accident.
Yeah.
And when we got there, it was covered in ice, and there was no way we could exit at that point.
So much ice. Yeah, impossible.
I stuck my paddle down. It was too deep to even jump out and try to crush it.
Yeah.
It was too deep, or it was too thick to get our kayaks through.
Yeah. Luckily, on the left side, there was a private boat launch that we saw, so we headed over that way, and Bree went through first some thin ice, but luckily was able to get through it easy enough. And
kind of the type of ice we were more expecting if there was going to be ice on the Grand that day.
Yeah.
We weren't expecting like 1-inch thick ice.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Definitely unexpected, because we had some like really mild days.
Yeah. So we got out, and I ran up to the house and banged on all the doors. No one was home. I went out to the road. I flagged down someone there and used their cell phone to call and let them know where we were and an address. And about 10 minutes later, help showed up, and we were very thankful to be in a nice warm truck. And
absolutely. The warmth felt so good. I'm like, Danielle, take off your socks.
Yeah.
And we made it. Went home, and I got into a warm bath. I was just chattering and shivering, and it was about 40 minutes in there before I started to feel warm again.
Yeah, my feet still hurt the next day. Yeah. So
kind of shock set in the next day, and it just made me very thankful that if that were to happen, I was really happy that it happened with Danielle, because
same.
She keeps calm, and we just thought it through, and we both knew we could trust in each other, and that's what we were saying at lunch. If anything ever were to happen, you have to have faith in your partner.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah.
Just some tips if you ever do decide to go winter paddling. Just kind of learn from our mistakes, and make sure your batteries are charged, and take a charging pack. We did have one with us, but I didn't bring a cord because my port wasn't working, and we really expected for 3 hours. Really, do we need to make a phone call?
No.
Or charge our phones? No. But you might need to.
Yeah, and check your exit points if you're doing, you know, paddling in the winter, especially on a river. Very good idea. Yeah.
Make sure you can get out, and you can never pack enough dry clothes.
Yes.
We had packed 6 pairs of gloves, and by the end we were taking turns sharing a pair.
Yeah, they were all soaked. So warm socks, warm gloves, warm clothes, dry bags.
Yeah. Or invest in a dry suit, which if that were something we were to do again, I think that's what we would look
Eventually, yeah, we are going to look into that.
Yeah.
Because we're crazy.
Not right now.
We like to have fun. So, yeah, but thanks so much for viewing, you guys. And if you've been enjoying Two Girls, Two Paddles, please like us. The like button at the bottom of your screen there. Subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and you'll be the first one to see all of our adventures. And we'll have lots more. Hopefully not this crazy, but lots of really awesome times to share with you guys.
Exactly. So we'll see you in the spring of 2021.
Can't wait. Cheers.